Hey guys, what's going on? Joy here. Good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today I want to do a comparison video that I don't think that many reviewers have done this or any reviewers so far. And I actually was requested to do this comparison sort of because of one reason. I said this particular one, Roja of Elysium, I like it over Aventus. And I didn't even see any other reviews when I reviewed this one of Roja Elysium or the comparison rather to Aventus. So I also happen to love Aventus. I used it, hack of it, finished the whole bottle. I have some left. I use it once in a while. You guys know this. And these two both today I'll compare. I'll let you know in depth my thoughts and experience with these two fragrances, okay? And I'll let you know why I prefer Roja Elysium, okay? Roja of Elysium, why I prefer this over Aventus. So this is personal opinion. Strictly, you can feel, you know, it's always how to say. Fragrance is always like sometimes you like something, someone else doesn't like it, so it's always subjective. That's the word I'm looking for. So this is strictly my opinion and that's it, okay? I love them both and I'll let you know my thoughts why. So first of all, my today I'm not doing a fragrance review because my nose is not really, I'm still sick, don't want to sniff too much, but I wanted to review on this beautiful fragrance here, Pink Sugar by Aqualina. So this is a women's perfume, very beautiful. I mean, God, I'm in love with this perfume. I'll have very good review on this, right? So I wanted to feel better before I do a full-on review. So the thing is, first of all, let's start at some point. So you guys know Aventus. First of all, this perfume, this one came before, right? This one has been in the market for a very long time, and this my bottle is 2016 bottle. I got this in 2016, I think 2017 early, around January or something. And the newer bottles of Aventus right now they come in 100 ml and 50. These used to come in 125, I believe, 125 or 120. uh, God, I haven't used it for a long time. So anyway, 120 ml as far as I understand, I think, and 75 ml they come in this other small sizes also, which I also have, Milas Imperial. And this fragrance, something about this fragrance, first of all, it is known as the king in the community. Everybody swears by it. People go like gaga. There's a whole forum on Fragrantica or websites. A base knows they have a discussion forum on Aventus. I don't think any other fragrance got this much attention in the fragrance community. So people are kind of split with this fragrance. Many of the people say it's overhyped. I often say that at times, but sometimes I also say I love this fragrance. It just created magic for me. Another thing is this fragrance is expensive. Uh, Creed has their regular lineup. Their fragrance costs a little bit cheaper than Aventus, and Viking was as pricey as this one when it came out. So even today, this one got so much love, so it's more pricier than any other Creed. You have to find about 120 ml. You have to pay around 350 dollars as far as I understand. And I think it's EDP concentration. I never really checked. Yeah, it's 120 ml. It's written here. Sorry. So yeah, this is expensive. This is one of the expensive, more expensive releases from Creed. So people love the DNA so much, and the companies actually saw that. That's why they make tons and tons of clones of this fragrance, which I own almost all of them. I reviewed them. If you talk Club Dino Intense Man, you talk about Assassin Zebra, Insurrection Pure 2, yeah, and then Vibrant Leather, you name it, they're there. And even there's whole niche houses, they actually have dedicated the whole their fragrance line, the Pineapple Vintage. I mean, I never tried any of them, but the obsession, God. Okay, so you can see this fragrance is loved, and the main notes in this fragrance is blackcurrant, pineapple, apple, birch. I think there are a lot more. I mean, ambergris, tons and tons of notes going on, but mostly the focus is on freshness and a little bit of touch of smokiness with the pineapple, which people really love. The smoke with pineapple, and when you sniff it, the first time, you just like get it at the first sniff. You get it like why this is loved so much, because that pineapple, juicy pineapple being barbecued, and the juices are dripping on the fire. That sort of feel that you get from it. It's very masculine. It's fresh. It's crowd pleaser, sort of what Dior Sauvage did with Dior. And I did a comparison between this and Dior Sauvage. Both of them are crowd pleaser. The problem here with Aventus is the batch variation. That is my first thing that I have a problem with. They have no consistent batch. Some are fruity, some are smoky, some of them last, some of them don't last. And the particular batches they actually perform and you get the smokiness, they cost you a lot more than usual Aventus. So these are some of the things that are pros and cons with Aventus, right? But for me, with this 2016 batch, I get good performance in the winter. It works magical ways. You just wear it. At first, after 1 to 2 hours, it feels like it's gone, right? Totally gone. I'm very disappointed in the performance. And then after 2 hours or so, again, it comes back. And it does leave a nice central sort of in the cold weather. So I wear this in my condition, cold weather. That's what Aventus is for me. I do not wear this in summer. It doesn't last in summer. I rather wear Club Gym Intense Man, which lasts projects longer than this, but the clones do not quite have the magic that this one has, right? The dry down, it's much more than the clones, okay? So yeah, it's sort of like a love it or hate it kind of fragrance, but it's very well talked about in the community. So that is Aventus. Then I bought recently Roja of Elysium. Let's talk about this one. This one, the bottle sizes they come in, I think only 100 ml. And yeah, 100 ml ED. This is the concentration is kind of confusing for me. It's cologne perfume version. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I guess it's EDT version. They also have an extract version of it, which Aventus doesn't have. This one, the retail used to be very expensive. Now it's, I think I bought it for 220, I think $225 around that. So this is basically cheaper. It came with also 7.5 mil atomizer, which in total you got 107.5 mil. So I think for Roja Elysium, this is much more prestigious in the fragrance community. This is like a Rolls Royce of fragrance world, right? So compared to Creed also very prestigious. I'm not gonna say this is any less prestigious, but presentation wise, Roja Elysium does have edge over Creed's kind of like the bottle design all same, and then their Roja Dab also similar bottle design, but their presentation, cap, everything, bottle much more premium than Creed's. So first thing, I think the presentation wise, if you look at both, I think this is much more modern Roja Elysium. It looks nicer, the blue, and it does have a blue sort of theme. People thought Blood de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, the comparison it got. But to my nose, first time I tried without seeing any reviews, I saw later the reviewer said this is sort of like Aventus Killer. That's when I realized that my nose was not wrong. So the thing is, first of all, I love the presentation. As you see the cap and everything, it just works. So what do I get from this is, it has this beautiful lemony sort of opening. It doesn't have that note of pineapple that Aventus provides you, right? So that's the first difference, because similarities I'll tell you a bit later. So what I get also from this one is a little bit comes at you a little bit fresh, lemon, very zesty, authentic, high class citrus. It's, imagine like 10 out of 10 designer, and one step above, leaning towards niche, but not quite. It's somewhere between niche and designer. The up class feel sort of opening that you get from Elysium. I love this perfume. I haven't tried the extract, but this one is beautiful. Opening is gorgeous. But I was kind of disappointed at first that the dry down, the citruses went off. My favorite note is citrus. And then I was like, oh no, this is just like Dior Sauvage kind, and I paid a hell of a lot of money for this. But you never should be too quick to judge a fragrance. I told you later, this one became my number 2 most favorite fragrance in the whole collection. I have one fragrance that I love more than this at this moment. That is Baccarat Rouge. All right, 540. This is my number 2. Godolphin is my number 3. So if you understand, among 700 odd fragrances, my number 2 means it's high up there. Why? One day I went to see one of my friends to collect a bottle, and I was wearing this fragrance in the evening time. I tested this first time in the daytime, did not feel something special about it. Thought it was nice. Evening time when you wore it, it was a little bit breezy. Now it's winter is starting. Our winters are kind of like breezy, kind of chilly, but no snowing, nothing. It's cold, you don't sweat. It's nice, you don't need air conditioning. So it's very sort of like a pleasant weather. When I was wearing it, came out of the car, breeze started flowing. Okay, I was waiting for my friend. Then he came out from the gate. He's good, like, I think 25 to 30 feet away from me. I thought I smelled a beautiful fragrance. It just hit my nose. And I was like, oh wow, what is he wearing? Then I asked him, what did you wear? He said, no, I just took a shower. I'm not wearing anything. And then I realized this is the fragrance. It went inside the air. It made sort of like a movement in the air, and it came and hit my nose back. It was on my neck, back of my neck, and 2 on my shirt. That's when I fell in love with this fragrance. This one will provide you, the dry down is the magic, ultimate magic. The opening, the citruses, everything is just like a cover page of the fragrance. What I really love about this is the fruits. It will appear, the blackcurrant, apple. You definitely get that apple. It pops up in the middle, and the blackcurrant, and it becomes so masculine and becomes so alluring. It just becomes a modernist version of Creed's Aventus, even though there is no pineapple in this. So the thing is, the fruits pop up way better than this, and it has a little bit of darkness. I don't know if it's patchouli or what's creating it, but this fragrance, God, I just tell you one thing: if you can afford it, better buy it because it's cheaper than Aventus at this point. You also get a little bit more juice in this, and you get a more prestigious brand. Another thing is no reformulation issue, no batch variation, all this nonsense. I'm sorry to say those are nonsense for me. If I'm paying for Aventus, if I'm paying $300, I expect at least some sort of like consistency. Yeah, if people tell me there is very difficult to maintain if it's a niche perfumery, very difficult to maintain the what do you call the quality or the consistency in a fragrance because they are niche. I would not exactly like be very impressed with that one because Roja also is a niche perfume house, isn't it? There's very more really prestigious house. So how come their fragrances are much more longer lasting and every time you get similar quality, no batch variation complaint, and they are less in number in the world, honestly speaking, as far as I understand. So I think Roja Elysium actually becoming modern version of Aventus, leaving it far behind, not far, a little bit behind. This is still masculine. This is much more manly than this one. This is also manly, but a bit more modern way, I would say. This fragrance is very, very dominating. Okay, Aventus, I tell you, the strong side of Aventus is when you smell this on a man, that pineapple, that darkness of it, a little bit dark on the dry down. It just is very, very dominant. Okay, it smells like not unisex. This fragrance doesn't smell unisex to me at all. It smells quiet, like a man who is in charge, and he is always gonna be the boss. That's it. So if you like authority, I would say Creed Aventus is definitely a winner. I had compliments galore with this fragrance. I'm not gonna bash it down or say this is not worth it. Definitely worth it. If you have the money, you can get both, no problem. But if you just got tired of your Aventus and you're just looking for a batch and you're just willing to pay $40 to $400 or $500, I mean, why? It's good, but it's not worth $500, $450. Hunt down that batch that used to be once $300, right? So I would suggest try this one. Longevity on this is pretty damn solid. It lasts all the time. Every single time you wear it, I get 7 to 8 hours easily, and it projects a lot. It has that sort of this blue out of the shower, sort of this daytime feel, but it's I think ideal for evening time, and it can be worn all year round. No such issue with like Aventus that you cannot wear this in summer. But I think both are great evening wear, and winter time they do their magic, right? So comparison wise, finishing up, I mean, I prefer Roja Elysium. That is my humble opinion, and this is my honest take. I wouldn't buy Aventus again. Sorry to say, because I have a lot more clones. I rather wear Zebra or Pseudonym. I just keep this sometimes once in a while if I go for a date or something, just to recreate those memories. It's a good ride. It has been. It's a great fragrance. It's not my favorite Creed at this moment. I have original vetiver, which I like more. I like other one is what I like virgin water more than this one. So this one is somewhere in the back for me, but it's a great fragrance, no problem. But I would say if you really like this DNA and you wear it already, maybe upgrade. I'm gonna use that word, upgrade. Wear Roja Elysium, not to hype it up, but if you wanna get a niche, get this one. This is beautiful fragrance. It does dazzle people, and it's so beautiful every time. The ambroxan in this, the people say ambergris, but I think the ambroxan in this done, oh my god, the quality. Right? So yeah, this is my comparison video between Aventus, the king, former king, and the new emperor is Roja Elysium. That's all I have for you today. Take care, guys, and do let me know your thoughts. Which one is your favorite? I'll see you soon. Bye bye.